These moves left one team smiling and one team crying. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 infamous sports trades.
From the Oshawa Generals of the OHL, Eric Lindros.
Number 10, the bust. Eric Lindros from the Quebec Nordiques to the Philadelphia Flyers. Size, strength, and scoring skills meant Lindros went first in the 1991 draft. Unfortunately, the Quebec Nordiques picked first that year, and Lindros flat out refused to join them.
President of the Quebec Nordiques presented Eric Lindros with a sweater. Eric Lindros just simply took that sweater, draped it across his arm. He will not put the sweater on. He made that perfectly clear to the Quebec Nordiques.
So Quebec dealt him to the Philadelphia Flyers for players like Peter Forsberg, Jocelyn Thibault, draft picks, and more. Did Captain Concussion in Philly win the cup? No. But the Nordiques did their first season as the Colorado Avalanche. Number 9, the unexpected. Brett Favre from the Atlanta Falcons to the Green Bay Packers.
Atlanta has selected Brett Favre, quarterback, Southern Mississippi.
It's tough to picture Favre in anything but Packers green and gold, but his first season was a terrible one in Atlanta, where the coach hated him and he completed exactly no passes. Relocating to Green Bay for a first-round pick was the catalyst Favre needed to up his game. He played 16 seasons with the Packers, set records there, and helped them win Super Bowl 31. Number 8, the lopsided trade. Robert Parrish and Kevin McHale from the Golden State Warriors to the Boston Celtics. 2/3 of the Big Three went to the Celtics the same day, courtesy of the Warriors. In exchange for the top pick and another first-rounder, Red Auerbach nabbed Parrish and the 3rd overall pick, which gave him McHale.
Inside McHale. Kevin wants it. Good fake. Got to!
The Warriors chose injury-prone Joe Barry Carroll, while Parrish, McHale, and teammate Larry Bird proved this to be a lopsided deal by bringing Boston 3 titles in the 80s.
Bird with the pass through the legs of Sigma. Oh!
Number 7, the kitchen sink trade. Herschel Walker from the Dallas Cowboys to the Minnesota Vikings.
They let Herschel carry it, and he dives in for the touchdown.
Walker established himself as a key player on the Cowboys roster within a few seasons. So Dallas leveraged Walker's talents to get 5 players and 6 draft picks from the Vikings, which they parlayed into 3 Super Bowls and one of the most impressive dynasties of the 90s.
And the only thing else I got to say is, how about them Cowboys? Yeah!
Walker played in Minnesota 3 uninspiring seasons, during which time he competed at the Olympics in bobsled, obviously.
So as long as I'm here at the Olympics, I got a chance to be the best pusher in the world.
Number 6, the prodigy. Kobe Bryant from the Charlotte Hornets to the Los Angeles Lakers.
The Charlotte Hornets select Kobe Bryant from Lower Merion High School in Pennsylvania.
This is how you build dynasties. Draft Day 96 saw the Charlotte Hornets draft Kobe Bryant 13th overall. However, a deal between the Hornets and the Lakers had already been reached, sending the rookie to LA in exchange for center Vlade Divac. Divac's time in Charlotte was lackluster at best. Kobe became a franchise player for the Lakers, helping the team three-peat from 1999 to 2002. Hindsight's 2020.
That's 3. That's the triple right there.
Number 5, the dream builder, Joe Jackson from the Cleveland Naps to the Chicago White Sox. Because of Shoeless Joe's supposed involvement in the Black Sox scandal, he's still not in the Hall of Fame, but that shouldn't diminish his accomplishments on the field. Jackson set records and was a league leader in hits and slugging percentage. So Cleveland shipped him to Chi-Town for $31,500 and 3 players. Jackson promptly helped Chicago win the 1917 World Series, and the rest is history. Number 4, the Dynasty trade. Bill Russell from the St. Louis Hawks to the Boston Celtics. No sports dynasty is more impressive than the Celtics team that won 8 consecutive championships. Bill Russell was that club's foundation, but he never would have been in Beantown if not for a trade with St. Louis. The Hawks selected Russell second in the 56th draft, but dealt him to Red Auerbach in exchange for Ed McCauley and Cliff Hagan. Overall, it was a critical day in Boston sports history.
It's all over. The Boston Celtics are the world champions.
Number 3, the draft pick, John Elway from the Baltimore Colts to the Denver Broncos. Poor Baltimore. They're one of the league's worst teams. They get first pick in the '83 draft, but their choice won't even play for them and threatens to play baseball instead. Lots of teams were in the Elway sweepstakes, but only Denver could give the Colts offensive lineman Chris Hinton, a backup quarterback, and a first-round pick in '84. Elway became a Hall of Famer. The Colts moved to Indianapolis. Number 2, the heartbreak, Wayne Gretzky from the Edmonton Oilers to the Los Angeles Kings.
Promise mess I wouldn't do this.
Months after their 4th Stanley Cup win, the Oilers dismantled their dynasty and dealt the Great One to LA for comparative nobodies, draft picks, and $15 million. Canada didn't take the trade well. Politicians tried stopping it, number 99 was labeled a traitor, and the team's owner was burned in effigy.
The last shirt I'll ever buy on the Oilers again!
Meanwhile, the closest Gretzky and the Kings came to the Cup was a '93 finals loss to the Montreal Canadiens.
The Canadiens win the Stanley Cup!
Number 1, the franchise hex, Babe Ruth from the Boston Red Sox to the New York Yankees. From 1918 to 2004, the Boston Red Sox couldn't buy a championship, and superstitious fans blamed the curse of the Bambino. At the end of 1919, Boston owner Harry Frazee sold Babe to New York because he'd gotten too pricey or he had to fund a doomed Broadway play or something. Either way, Babe Ruth became a baseball great, and Boston was licking their wounds for decades. Do you agree with our list? What do you think are the most infamous trades in sports history? For more top 10s about your favorite sports moments, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
And I still say this drive will be remembered in Super Bowl history, the greatest 8-yard run you'll ever remember by John Elway on 3rd down.